Alright everybody, welcome back to some more Cobblemon adventures. It is I, Xilestar, and today looks like we're going to be sleeping. Yay. And I just wanted to talk a few things. So I haven't found my single player world yet, and it's probably saved somewhere. I did try looking for it a little bit, and it's not where I thought it was, so it's gotta be somewhere else. And last time, it looks like we found this desert outpost thing in a Pokemart. So that's pretty cool. Anyway. So I think what's going to end up happening is that once everything sort of just like starts to fall under the sort of like, how do you want to call it? Like once everything falls into place kind of thing, where not only just the server itself as well, but something else. So like let's say Minecraft decides to finally update to 1.22 and everything else is like, yeah, we're going to update to that version too, then that'll be great. The only other thing that I want to end up like kind of saying out loud for that kind of thing is that I will be keeping an eye out for the mods that we will be using. If we have to use a different trainer mod, hey, we'll be using a different trainer mod. I'm hoping we don't have to, though, or the gym mod. I'm hoping that it can just be something different. But, I mean, if we have to use a different gym mod, hey, we'll use a different gym mod. I mean, I'm not going to be too angry about that. I'm just more disappointed at the fact that, like, there's not that many ones out there. I know when Pixelmon did their 1.16.5 version and they got rid of, like, all the gyms. All the gyms were gone. It's like, why? Why get rid of a mechanic? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, if you just wanted to say, hey, we're revamping gyms, that's okay. Like, or like, we're revamping gyms, we're revamping the villages that contain those said gyms. It's like, okay. But that doesn't mean you should just get rid of gyms entirely. Like, that just say, hey, some gyms are not going to look like they're up to date kind of thing with our new sort of thing. I've seen a lot of the new gyms. They all look really good. Like, they all look really good. And they all have their own theme, which is amazing. That's exactly what the other one was, except for, I think, Rock and Ground, I think, were mixed in together. Like, there was a couple of them that were, like, they overlapped, if that makes sense. Ooh, what's this? What's this? Isn't it wits? Yeah. There's no structures at your location. Well, this isn't vanilla, so obviously it's got to be something. Obviously, this is a structure. I just don't know what it is. Weird. And another thing I'm going to be trying to take a look for is something that can control Cobblemon spawns. I want them to be more plentiful. Because honestly, like this doesn't look very plentiful in my opinion. Like, yeah, like look at this. Like, it's like what, a dozen spawns, maybe a little bit more or less kind of thing. It's not a lot, especially when you're trying to find specific Pokemon in general, and especially if they have very specific encounters, like Charcadet in the overworld needs a ruined nether portal. Okay, you go find a ruined nether portal, then it doesn't detect it. It's like, Okay, that doesn't make any sense. And I just want to do some training too. But I also want to switch out Roaring... Not Roaring Moon. What is it? Walk and Wake. Let's take that out. I got a Skarmory? I don't remember catching a Skarmory. Well, I guess it's the first time for everything. I guess I just remember... Apparently I caught a Skarmory at some point. Ooh, Volcarona would be pretty nice too. Glimora would be a pretty nice Mon too. Jellicent. Could be nice. And that's another thing too, is that like I want to be able to build up EV farming grounds kind of thing. So that like if you just want to have like a fully kitted out Pokemon with like HP EVs, you can farm for that. If you want this or you want that, you can go to that farm specifically. At like these coordinates, go right ahead. Pretty much, I just want to make sure that everybody has their fair shake of just being able to get the specific like stats and stuff like that they want. All that stuff. Yeah. Let's see here. I mean, Jellicent might be a better Pokemon. Actually, maybe I should just wait until I get a better Pokemon as a different choice. Like, expand my options a little bit later. That might be cool. That might be a very good, interesting thing. I think I'll move Tinkatink into the team for now. There we go. We'll go into this gym, but first, let's use up some XP candies. Yeah, let's just supercharge Lapras's experience by only giving it about a level, pretty much. I don't like trying to get off mounts. Alright, let's go with 35. No, 45. Okay. No? Okay, apparently I can't throw my Pokemon at the enemy. Oh. Good job. Bye, Slam. Doesn't matter what you do. Here's down. Cool. But what I'm also thinking of doing is when we do have the, when I do have everybody having their own sort of like dimension kind of thing, what I've been thinking of doing is having like, maybe for my side kind of thing, having each and every one of them be different. So like it's not just like Sanctuary on all 3 series, and it's like, oh yeah, like I like Sanctuary so much, I throw it on every series I have kind of thing. It's like, let's make it interesting, right? So let's change it up kind of thing. Sort of like how for Cobblemon and Pixelmon, I've been using... what do you call it? I've been using... trying to find potions. There we go. Yeah, so just like how Cobblemon and Pixelmon, I've been using raft-style bases kind of thing that don't make sense, because they're not actually rafts. They're just like buildings on top of a flotation device that I just call a raft. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not using realistic sense, but I do want to make sure, though, that everybody has, like, their own little separate place that they can say, hey, you know what? I don't want to... Like, hey, like, I want my own place to be safe kind of thing. Like, I don't want anything bad to happen to, like, my cool mega mansion kind of thing. And it's like, yeah, build it in your custom dimension. One in which you can engineer whatever it is you want. You want your custom dimension to have one biome that specifically caters to the fact that, like, you don't want any enemy mob spawns there. That's okay. Like, that's okay, because that's exactly what I want. Did Shell Trap even do anything? No, it didn't. I'm guessing it's a physical thing. Okay. Free XP then. Bye-bye. And if anybody's wondering, am I trying to bring people to the series? Yes. I'm asking pretty much just about anybody who wants to join. Pretty much if they want to join, they can. I mean, like, I even told them, though, that, like, I'm even telling everybody that I can get a hold of, like, hey, like, you're gonna have, like, your own special place that you can store your stuff in, and nobody's gonna tell you, hey, you can't have that in your dimension. That's cheating. It's like, no, we're not gonna have, like, that kind of thing being a problem. I mean, if you are gonna have a problem with that, that's on you, pretty much. The only thing is that, like, just be very, like, be very sensible. I mean, like, if you just start the game and you already have, like, diamond equipment, that's gonna cause problems, no matter which server you go under. But if you start with iron, yeah, we might be a little bit more lenient towards it, but that's that, right? Like, we're not gonna be like, hey, that doesn't make sense. Fairy gem? No. Trying to see if I can, like, empty out my inventory. Looks like I may or may not have to actually leave and store stuff. That could be pretty cool, but that's going to be very fun. But yeah, that's going to be fun. Oh. Yeah. All right. All right, buddy. Nice beam. Combat? Yeah. Okay. Water pulse. I should have switched, but it's okay. Water pulse. Yeah, boy. Alright. Switch. Tink-a-tink. Sorry, Tink-a-tink. I'm a steel type. That's not gonna do much. Aww. Draining kiss. No. Oh no! The hammer hit it on the head before it got into the Pokeball. That's so sad. Anyway, Swords Dance. Yeah. Alright. Okay. King Shield. Oh, I thought you were going to break out of confusion. No, it hurt itself in confusion. That's fine. Nice slash. Okay. See, that's the one thing I don't like, though, is that, like, the whole, like, it tries to give you the UUID. I think it's a UUID. It might be something else. But I don't like the fact that it does that. Like, it's... Oh no, you lost your attack. Anyway. Bye-bye. Cool. Alright, next one. Incineroar. That's cool. I'm gonna King Shield. Because I know you're just gonna use a move. Fire Fang. Yeah. Alright. Sacred Sword. That takes it on one shot. Cool. Dust Collapse. Ooh, this might be a little bit of a challenge. King Shield again. Scout it a little bit. Shadow Ball. Okay, so it's going to use a special move. Night Slash. I have to see if this will actually take it out one shot. Oh, it did! Dang, man. Mile. Okay, we got Intimidated. That's okay. We're now only +1 instead of +2. That's fine. King Shield. Scout it a little bit. Oh, there you go. Alright, Swords Dance. Well, now it'll be +3 instead of +1. That'll be great. You can do that, that's okay. And we're going to Sacred Sword. Take you out in one shot. And that's it. Die. What do we get? Do we get any XP candies? No, it doesn't look like we got anything for XP. That sucks. Good job, Agent Slash. You did good. Oh. Is there a Pokemon Center nearby? Nope. You know what's going to be really fun, though? This is actually lava, isn't it? Yep. It's going to be really fun whenever, like, somebody's going to be like, oh, yeah, I totally scouted the map, and then we changed the map, and then they're going to be like, oh, no, my locations. But then again, that's like the whole good part about it, though. And when we... So if you don't know what I mean... Ooh, Luxio. So if you don't know what I mean, we're going to be having it so that the overworld gets reset every time like it gets too big. So overworld will be dangerous to build on, but that's why everybody has their own custom dimension, because it's a different folder. And so, like, if you really want to, let's say, keep your stuff safe, you obviously save it into the dimension folder. And then what happens is right before I would wipe everything, you make sure that everything is saved in the dimension. Okay. Make sure that your inventory is nothing. The only thing that might not stay is your experience, but I mean, I can try and see if there's a mod that allows you to store your experience in like sort of like how I did in the data pack for 1.17, if I'm remembering correctly. Or during that version, I think I had a data pack that was experimental, if I remember correctly, of what it was classified under. But what it allowed you to do is if you shift right-click, I think it was the enchantment table, it will drain your experience ever by a little bit, and will send it to a bottle to make it a bottle low enchanting, I think, or something like that. And so by the end of the whole thing kind of thing, you would have a bottle low enchanting, a little bit less experience, but then you can, I think you can send the bottle low enchanting into a furnace where it would be where like the experience will be given immediately kind of thing, and it's stored within the furnace. So same idea, same concept. I'll probably try and find a method that's similar to it. It might not be exact, but I'll try and find one that's similar to it. Come on. Oh, don't do this on me. Please, don't do this on me, please, man. I already know that, like, you know, my computer doesn't like me anymore. I don't think it's my terrain generation thing. It's at 20. Isn't it? It's like... Oh. Oh, that might be why. Okay. Everything else is this. Yeah. There we go. It is not meant to be 32. It's meant to be 20. Maybe that's why nothing is going really fast. Either that or I was already hitting the render distance limit anyway. Alright, well, I don't know where I am, but I can definitely tell you this. I don't like it. Alright, well, let's just go and store this as current locale. Actually, let me see where the current locale is actually located. Whoa, what's that? Ooh, there's like an underground mushroom biome. That'd be pretty cool to go to. Can I just find it on the map? Okay, if I click find, it finds it on the map. Okay. I'm still learning mods, so this is just... Oh, it's a long time ago, and the fact that the rune portal is there, yeah, okay. So we can get rid of that one. Oh, I'm already at the top of the list. Okay. Locale, we can remove this. Create new current locale. Save, and we're going to go back to the Raft Lab. Perfect. Nope. There you go, that's all open. You guys are fine. Alright, let's see what we got here. Okay. Go. We'll store all those in there. Pokeballs didn't get stored in there, which is good because we don't need them in there. There we go. Cool. Oh, I did get a lot of potions though. That's good. Mint leaves. Got a lot of TRs though. So let's store all this stuff in here for now. Let's just grab all the TRs. There we go. Look at that. We got all the TRs now, and this will be for whatever that's supposed to be. I don't know. And for TMs, there we go. Banner and pattern. That's not helpful. All right. Let's go and move all this stuff into the inventory. You two are going back in, though. Okay. And you are all berries. I think I also saw this. No. Okay. Oh, I never got a leaf stone. Okay, cool. And I never got a moonstone as well. Dawnstone. And I'll just throw the type boost in here for now. Although one thing I am actually thinking of doing is that we'll just do like a small session of us just doing normal Minecraft stuff. Even though to me that's not really what this series is supposed to be about, because this is supposed to be Sure, like it's meant to be Minecraft, but with like, you know, Pokemon, like that makes sense. But like that's not what its main focus is supposed to be. Like it's not supposed to be like, hey, Minecraft is supposed to be like up front so that other people can see. It's like, no, it's like Minecraft is just like the platform we're playing on. But in actuality, it's literally just us playing Pokemon. That's how I look at it. Like if I want to play Minecraft, I would just re-enable I would just re-enable Circuitcraft and just start playing that. Like if I really wanted to play Minecraft. Yeah, my keyboard's been acting funny though. Like I'll click escape once. I'll click it again. I don't think that's what escape's supposed to do. I think escape is supposed to do that. So it's like, I don't know what it's doing. But anyway, yeah, like I'm like that's the kind of thing that like if anybody's like, oh, but like with no hostile mobs and stuff like that being in your server kind of thing, you're taking the fun out of like being able to play with Pokemon and mobs. It's like not really, because if I really wanted to do that, I would just have the mod be installed on the other server and just play it there. This is just meant to be like a chill, relaxing time playing Pokemon with Minecraft as the engine kind of thing, you know? That's all it's supposed to be. And it's always so funny, though, when I watch a video about somebody not criticizing it, but they were trying to figure out like which is better between like Pixelmon and Cobblemon. And I gotta say this though. They both have their niches, which makes them both good. They're both good mods. They're both good in their own way. But the one thing that you have to remember about Pixelmon over Cobblemon is the fact that Cobblemon has had very little development time compared to Pixelmon. And what I mean by that is that Pixelmon has been out since, apparently, I was mistaken, apparently since like 2012 or something like that. But Cobblemon's like apparently 3 years. I thought it was like 4 for some odd reason. Or something like that. Like it's very newish. So it's like, again, the point is that like one's had more time to develop and the other one has not. And I hate it when people are trying to use inefficient data to compare the two. Like, oh, I prefer Pixelmon over Cobblemon. It's like, why? Because it's got more content. It's like, but look at how much Cobblemon has right now. Okay, and they're going to be like, and you can go like, okay, it's like, okay. Now, I want to ask you a simple question now. How long do you think it took Cobblemon, or how long do you think it took Pixelmon to get to the same point of development that Cobblemon currently is right now? And how far do you think that Cobblemon's going to be in the next year? It's probably going to surpass it. But again, my point is that like Cobblemon is always constantly getting improvements, where Pixelmon, not nearly as much. Like, I have yet to see, like, Pixelmon do the changes that I think that it should have, like, right off the bat. Like, I'm still waiting for them to make the TM case, instead of making it a quest object, an actual thing you can use. Because in my opinion, you should be able to use it to store your TMs. Because imagine this, okay? If you've ever watched my Enderall series, or even just like the newer stuff kind of thing, where you can there is an item in there that allows you to store blueprints. Okay, so let's do the same thing, but let's make a specialized storage specifically for TMs or TRs or whatever, right? No, we made the item, but we're not going to use it for that purpose. That's very silly. That's not their like official response though, but that's pretty much what I got from it. Like, it's a cool idea, but it's not worth it. It's not worth making the people that are playing your mod to have an easier time storing items in which that could easily have been stored through this method. It's not like there is already a storage method that prevents other items from appearing. Oh, I don't know. Like a shulker box can't go into a shulker box. So I'm pretty sure you could probably reverse engineer that so you can say anything that fulfills this criteria can be stored in here, but anything that's not within that criteria cannot be stored in there. That makes sense to me. How about that? Ooh, I like that actually. That looks actually pretty cool. Does that work for all of them? Oh, it stores it into that. Ooh. Ooh, I actually kind of like that, actually. Oh, it doesn't work with this one, though. That's fine. That's okay. That's okay. I'm going to keep those keys, though. I'm going to keep them... Oh, that's right, yeah. You can go in here. That's just so it doesn't get mixed up with the other stuff. I'm gonna go sleep. Ja. There we go. But again, like, that's the thing that I think about, like, every time that I play, I don't want to say a Minecraft mod, because I don't go out and look at random, like, Minecraft mods and go, like, ooh, is this going to be good for this? It's like, no, I don't go do that. But I do look at Oblivion mods, and those are something that I do actually take this stuff to, for, and I do look at this kind of things all the time. Like, I always look at it, like, it's even the same thing with how I feel about DLCs for even just, like, for, like, Oblivion is, like, the best example I can make for this, because it's literally the only thing that I have ever had this question asked to me by friends, saying, like, hey, like, is this DLC worth it? And I go, well, that's the thing. Like, when you play Oblivion, what is your play style? Like, what do you like to typically do? Do you like to frequently enchant things? Do you like to frequently go and... yeah, do you frequently enchant things? Do you frequently go and make new spells when it becomes appropriate for you to have that? And if they go, no, then it's like, then it's not that worth it. Like, obviously having... you know, Frost Crag Spire is going to be helpful for everybody, though. But it's like, is it going to be worth it for you to spend any amount of money to go and pay for it? Just so that way, though, you don't have to do a storyline. Like, does that make sense? Like, is it more worthwhile for you to go through that storyline once? Go through that whole thing than it is for somebody to just go, hey, here it is. And even if you're not confident with modding, though, it's not that hard to make an item just like it. And the cool thing is you can easily just turn it off. Or if you want, use my portable item version that I have already posted up. I don't want to say a tutorial of it because it's not really a tutorial, but I've already posted the script about. It's as simple as drag and drop, and then I explain exactly how the script works. So it's not like you don't know exactly how it works because, well, it's there. You have the information already present there. So again, the only person at that point that's holding you back is you, kind of thing. Like, I've already given you a script that helps you out a lot because it gives you literally what you're looking for. But if you're too conscious about it, it's like, it's not like malicious code or something like that that's gonna like kick you off or whatever. It's literally just code that like is for a game. And I'm not telling you to install a different program. Like, I didn't tell anybody to install the Visual Code Studio thing. Like, I'm not telling you, do you need to install that because it helps out a lot. It's like, no. Like, if you want to do your own experimenting of scripting kind of thing and you want to see if something's going to work, it's a great program tool to use. It's definitely highly recommended for making a Minecraft data pack. That's pretty much what I've seen is a lot of YouTube videos just showing off this wonderful application and using it to do their data packs kind of thing. The only thing that I learned out of it is that you don't actually need to zip up your data pack in order for it to work. I learned that quite, I don't want to say recently, but it was like a few months ago that I learned about that, and I'm like, you don't need to actually put it into a zip file. You can just keep it as a folder and it works. It's like, that's news to me. Like, I thought you had to zip it up in order for you to use it. Nope. I was wrong. I was really confused. I think the reason why I was so confused was that the person that was showing off a data pack method or something like that, they were showing something off. I can't remember what exactly it was, but they were showing something off, and I thought, that's pretty cool. And then all of a sudden, any slight changes they made was immediately applied. And I thought, how is that guy doing that? Like, how is that person able to apply their settings right off the bat? That's insane. Like, the guy would show off the script thing and then would do like obviously he would do some code, and then you go, okay, that makes sense. You know, he's creating the code and all that stuff, and then all of a sudden he would back out, click save, and then he would reload all at the same time. He would reload the world by literally doing this, not the showdown thing, but he would do /reload, which reloads all the data packs, and all of a sudden, all the changes he made get applied. And it's like, okay, how did he do that? Because that's not how that works. You have to re-zip it in order for it to work. This guy just took it from one program and just did it immediately. It's like, how did you do that? And then I think I saw one of his newer videos where he literally just had it as a raw folder. And I went, wait a minute. You're telling me that that like the whole thing, I think this might have been when data packs were first probably being introduced. You don't actually need to zip them up for you to do the edits or for it to be used. It can just be a folder. So then I tried it, and then voila, it worked. I went, oh my god, that's amazing. You don't need to do it. And then that's exactly what I did. That's why for my data pack for Sanctuaria that I showed off, I think it was 2 sessions ago. Yeah, that's not zipped. That's actually a folder now. Because as soon as I learned that you don't need to zip it up, I don't want to say that I stopped. It's more that I just looked at it and went, I don't need to zip it up anymore. And then I just sort of just stopped zipping them. I just stopped zipping them because there was no point. Like, why would I zip up a folder if I don't need to? I do it for my Oblivion mods, but that's a different reason, though. The reason why I do it for Oblivion mods is because it takes a lot longer for it to move thousands of files than it is for it to move one file. Because even with because all the different what do you call it? The meshes and textures, it's doing them one at a time. So it starts, stops, starts, stops, starts, stops, starts, stops. It's got that brief period where it stops for a split second to go to the next file. If you do it my way, which is zip it all into one file, it then works. Then I found out recently that with Vortex, you can do it a different way. Okay, you know what? I'm going to get rid of all these trapdoors. I don't need them. And this is getting really annoying. So I'm going to keep the trapdoors though, because I can use them later. Something else. So what I learned with Vortex is, and I've learned it since I started editing or working on my Oblivion mod, where apparently, or at least I did it with the whole BSA instead. So instead of actually using a BSA file, which is still within the plan, I'm still going to be using a BSA. But instead of me using a BSA for... Don't I have a brush? Oh, there it is. Yeah, I wanted a brush. There we go. Should be fun. Yeah, like instead of using like anything, I don't know what you want to call it, but like sorry. But instead of me keeping to like having to rezip the file over and over and over again kind of thing, getting to the same progress, especially if you're just doing one minor tweak to a mesh file because whoops, you forgot to change it kind of thing, I just stopped doing that. Instead, I would just delete the mesh that was the issue and just put in the updated version of it, and then voila, it works. The mesh is then, the new mesh that is no longer the problem one is now in. And the one that was the problem one is deleted. And then the game loads the new mesh, which is perfect. It saves time. The only thing is that, like, obviously I have to turn off BSA, which means that those files have to be removed off of the computer. Okay, escape. Stop double-clicking for no reason. You're getting frustrating. Okay, I'm so used to using escape to freaking get out of the stuff, and it's causing more issues now. Oh, something's stuck in there. Anyway. So yeah, so all I have to do now is that I have to like tick off so that it uninstalls the BSA, do all the minor tweaks that I need to do kind of thing. More than half the time it's delete everything and then just repaste everything back in there. And then after all that's done, then I just re-download. Or then I just reinstall it and then it goes, hey, look, you got the updated version of your mod. It's like, yep. That's what I like to see. And the game loads like nothing happened. It goes, wow, you know that issue you had before? It's like, yeah. It's like, it's no longer there. What did you do? It's like, I did what should have been there in the first place. Okay, dire hit. I don't think I have any. I'll just throw it in here. Why not? And smithing template over here. There we go. Perfect. And inventory all sorted. Good to go. Party's healed. There we go. Now we're going to get some lumberries. Is that actually done? I have no idea. Unless I do have one in here. Nope. Don't I have a cheap one? Yeah. Let's go with that one. Well, that is going to do anything. But yeah, but like even like just from like my Minecraft data pack sort of shenanigans though, like I really want to update my data pack because right now my data pack is still stuck in 1.21.4 because of a mod that I'm using, and the only way for me to like even be able to update is if that mod actually updates, but it's not updating. He's not mature. Yeah, they're mature. Am I not getting any seeds for it? Because we're not getting seeds for that plant. Weird. Well, I guess we're gonna run out. That's a darn shame. Huh. Do you go in here, or... I'm gonna guess you're going here. Alright, that should be fine. Oh. Don't really need chesto berries right now. Not unless they're used for something, which I don't think they are. And plus, I have a lot of chesto berries anyway, so. It's fine. Although revival herb is an item I do need a lot of. So... there we go. If only my player character can eat it, but yeah. All right. And before anybody ends up like asking as well, like, am I gonna make a data pack that's gonna help out with Cobblemon? No. Two reasons why I'm gonna say no. For one, I don't even know how to make a data pack that relies upon a mod as a dependency. It's a bit different than what Oblivion does because there's different extensions for it, right? ESM is master file, whereas ESP is a plugin file. Makes sense. There's a difference. There's a clear-cut thing. You can see it. But for Minecraft mods, that's different. Sorry, I'm trying to see like how I can expand the raft if I really want to. The only thing I could see is if I expand it this way and make that as more of like the raft area. And by raft, I mean like the little dock area over here. It could be expanded over here kind of thing. And then have a bigger farm area that's like over here. It's the only thing I can see. I'm just gonna go do a little... Oh, wait. There's some gym keys we should use. Go do that while I continue talking. Because there's a lot of stuff I really want to talk about too, though. So yeah, so... the reason why I want to have the world be sort of like... Not removed, but like sort of like deleted every now and again is because the worlds get pretty big rather quickly. Especially when flight is a huge factor. So let's see what battle we got. This is a water gym, if I'm not mistaken. So it looks like Rillaboom will be the dominant one of the group. I love the noise. I always make fun of it, though, because it just sounds like a DJ ripping. I don't even know what that sounds like. Anyway. Alright, drum beating. Adele Mize, that's fine, knock off. Ooh. Ow. Anyway. Pie slam. Oh no, wait, I am a... You are a ghost type. Knock off again. But again, like I like my series, all of them. There's not like one that I like over the others. That's not how this is. It's not like, oh, I prefer like my Oblivion series than I do with Cobblemon. That's not me. That will never ever be me. Do I like playing Oblivion over Minecraft? Yes, that's the game. That's not the series. Like that has nothing to do with the series. And there's no other like kind of comparison I can make that makes it make sense. But again, it's not that I don't like Minecraft. That's not what it is. Like, if I prefer to record more Oblivion than Minecraft, it's not Minecraft's fault. It's mine, because I can't find anything interesting to play on it. But that's not Minecraft's fault. That's just mine. I can't find anything to play on it. That's kind of like what happened with Pixelmon. Pixelmon, I got sick and tired of what I was doing because I wasn't really doing much of anything. I was running around trying to do like everything else but the one thing I should have been doing. And that was my bad. And then once I started doing my admin duties to make the series more interesting, it was a bit too late. I was already, for lack of a better word / term, I was burnt out of doing it. Because I was already messing around and going around everywhere else, and I was doing everything else but the one thing I should have been doing, which was trying to make the series, first of all, I should make the series interesting for me to do, so that way, though, at the very least, I feel more compelled to record. That makes sense. That's what I did with Oblivion. Oblivion, I made my own mod, and it made me very interested in the series, because I at least had something that, you know, I can show off. So when something new and interesting came up, like let's say when I made a brand new item, I can go, hey, look at this new item I made. It looks really cool. Like, look how cool the weapon is, right? And look how cool it can, what it can do. Like, look at what it does when I strike something, and look at the confetti that blows out. Like, you know what I mean? But again, like, that's on me, though. And same thing with what could happen to Cobblemon. Cobblemon could end up being the same way, where I'm just not as well interested into it as I was with Pixelmon. But you know what, though? I could now be interested in Pixelmon now. I could go back to Pixelmon and enjoy the new stuff that's on there. And then when I get tired of Pixelmon, I can switch back to Cobblemon. That was always the play. That was always the plan. It was never to just get stuck with one series. It was always meant to be, hey, if I want to play Pixelmon, I can always go back to it. But if I get sick and tired of Pixelmon, I have Cobblemon. That's why I still have both series on the channel, kind of thing. They're both still there. I still have both servers. The only thing is that if when I go back, so if I were to, let's say, stop Cobblemon now, do Pixelmon, let's say, for 4 sessions or something like that, then come back to this, we're not going to be on the same version. We're going to be up to date. Same thing with Pixelmon. We're going to be up to date to the current version or whatever it's going to be for the initial mod pack. And that's just how it's going to be. Because, first of all, I want to make sure, though, that, like, I give every series its as much attention as I want to give it to. For Minecraft, it's a little bit difficult for me to do that, because, like, I can only sit here for, like, an hour and 36 minutes, or even a little longer than that, talking about certain things, and then just being done with it. Like, usually I'm done in like 45 minutes. Like, I'm done. Like, I'm sick and tired of it. And it's like, okay, what do I want to do now? And in case I didn't mention this before, the same thing happened when I was trying to work on Sanctuary. Like, the same thing happened. I got sick and tired of working on it. And I didn't even do any work on it that much. By the time this comes out, the channel special will show, and it'll show, like, all the things that I said I was going to change has been changed. But did you see how many things have changed since that time? Barely anything. Barely anything has changed since that time. Because that video was recorded yesterday, which was August 4th. as of the time of this recording. That session was recorded. Is it that one? No, it's not that one. It's the next one then. Yeah. So that was recorded July 14th. So from July 14th to August 4th, I didn't do very much. And it's just how Minecraft is to me. Now it's like a dead kind of thing. And in playing Cobblemon and Pixelmon, sure, that's bringing me back, but it's not 100% there. If that makes sense. Like, it's not bringing me 100% back into the game kind of thing. It's just bringing me back temporarily because there's something new and interesting going on. But that's it. I'll pick up one potion. There we go. All right, buddy, let's go. But again, like, that's all I have to say about that. Like, it's not that, like, I don't want to play. Like, obviously I want to give every series that I do it's fair shake for me to want to record it. That's why, like, I don't mind if people give me, like, game suggestions. You can suggest any game for me to play. And I'm completely okay with that. You want me to play your favorite game because you like the way that I played, let's say, Oblivion, and you think that I'm gonna like it the same way I play Oblivion. That's okay. Recommend your game. I'm never gonna say no. The only thing is that, like, I want at least some people to understand, though, that, like, you can recommend the best game that has ever been made in the entire world, kind of thing. And if I don't record it, there's a reason for that. My reason might not be, like, something you might expect. But it is something that I want people to understand, though. So, if you want me to play, let's say, Terraria, because that is one of the games I do want to play, but it's not right away, right? But let's say every comment from now on says, like, you should play Terraria, you should play Terraria, you should play Terraria, because I played Minecraft. And obviously, I might be more interested in playing Terraria than I am playing Minecraft. Because I sound like I'm dead inside when I play Minecraft, but yet, like, Terraria, I could be like more full of pep kind of thing. It's like at the end of the day, I make that decision, though, because the thing is that you're not the one that's sitting in a room for an hour and 36 minutes, or even like 2 hours or 3 hours, playing a game and making videos about it. And that's the thing that I always look up to, kind of thing, for that. Now, could I be playing, like, the next, like, Pokemon game? Sure. I like Pokemon. That's why I like recording it. Do I like Minecraft mods that deal with Pokemon? Sure. I love them too. But, like, am I going to play a game that's like a copy that I don't sit well with? No. I'm not going to go play it because I don't feel like it. Like, if I didn't like playing Palworld, do you think I'd be making videos about it? No. I'd be making videos about anything but Palworld. But I like playing Palworld, and that's why I make videos about it. And if nobody else likes people playing Palworld, then why are you watching the video? Like, that's all I gotta say about that. If you don't like watching people play Power World, then why are you watching me play Power World then? Like, watch anything else. Watch me playing Pokemon if that's what you like to watch. Like, I don't just play just Power World. I play Pokemon too. But if you just see one side of the coin, there's no point. And that's why anytime I find a new game kind of thing, I look at two different ways of looking at it, though. Is this a game that I'll have fun with? Yes. Then while I am playing the game, I go, is this worthwhile to record? Like, am I going to feel like it's not a chore to play the game? That's how I look at Enderal. I don't look at Enderal and go, oh man, I gotta record Enderal. Like, I don't like the game. It's just so boring. No, I want to play Enderal. That's how I look at it. It's not a chore. It's something I want to play. Same thing with Oblivion. Oblivion, it's not a chore. It's something I want to play. Even this, despite the fact that I always make it sound like it's a chore, but it's not. I want to play Cobblemon, but it's just like there's nothing interesting going on, and I don't want to add any more mods because, well, the mods I've carefully put in here that weren't already in place of the mod pack that I used as the building block, I don't want to add too many more things because I feel like if I add more things, it's gonna be too bloated. There's gonna be too many things to do, and you're gonna be like, oh my god, I feel overwhelmed. And that's what happened when we ended up, I think it was when I was testing around with Pixelmon before they ended up going with, I think it was before 1.16 even was a thing. It was like a few months before it became a thing, I think, or something like that. Or when they were still experimenting with it. I was throwing in a bunch of mods, and then I threw in a lot of mods. I tried to make the series so much more interesting. I threw in, what were the mods? It was Tinker's Construct. I was throwing in Twilight Forest. I was throwing in, so many things for someone to do in the game that, like, there was so much content, and it just kept on, like, it kept throwing stuff at it, kept throwing even more new content into the mod pack kind of thing, and I just kept throwing these extra things. I think there was an Aether mod, I think that was out for 1.12. I threw that in there as well. Like, I threw in a lot of mods in there. I wanted it to be as adventurous and as fluid and as interesting as much as possible. And then it just got so bloated with content that I just said, you know what? I feel overwhelmed with the amount of content I just put into this, right? Like, in most games, usually they have like a number of content and how to streamline to get it to be perfect, right? But this, it just felt so bloated. It literally felt like a 5-year-old picking, like, grabbing every scoop of ice cream, putting it on a cone, and then the whole ice cream cone starts melting before they even got a chance to lick it because the bottom part is already melted, and they still keep scooping stuff up top because they just learned a new flavor and put it on top. That's what it felt like. Like, there was so many different things I wanted to add, but it got so bloated. It felt like there was so many things to do, and I felt overwhelmed. It's like, okay, there's like 30 different mods that are all like, they're like all over the, like, everywhere in terms of like when you should progress, when you should do this, and a lot of the stuff was mostly near like end game and stuff like that, and other ones were mostly towards the beginning game, and other ones were just like you should do it near the mid game. And it's like, oh my word, like I feel so overwhelmed that I literally almost had a panic attack. Because I had a panic attack even though I'm not recording it. And it's like, oh my word, I felt so overwhelmed. And I was like, oh man, like how can I go and... How can I go and make this series good if I don't know what to start with? Like what series do I start with? Oh, yes, it's a grass gym. Thank you. I can actually use Staraptor for this one. And I can use Ninetales as backup. No, that didn't really work. Realize. Thank you. Aww. I thought I was gonna use its cool block move. Anyway. Wait. Oh, it doesn't tell me? Okay. I had a feeling it might have been like Hisuian Zoroark, and that's why Will-O-Wisp didn't work. But no. But yeah, but like that's pretty much what goes through my head anytime like before a series even gets concluded onto the channel, like before it even gets included to the roster, like it goes through a very huge, like in my opinion, it's very huge. It might not even be a very long process of like going through the list or the numbers kind of thing, going like, okay, what upload schedule is it going to be under? Is it going to be under the normal? Is it going to be under a new one? Is it going to be under this? Is it going to be under that? That kind of thing. And it's like, how frequently am I going to put it onto the channel? Is it going to be under a rotate schedule? Is it going to be... Like, it goes through a whole list of different mentalities kind of thing. And... And I don't really think that that's something that people really want to hear about, though. Like, would you like to hear the fact that, like, I prefer recording Oblivion over any other series? No, you don't want to hear that stuff. You want to hear when the next Cobblemon series is coming, or when the new Cobblemon session is going to be made, because you're more interested in that than you are interested in Oblivion. You don't care about Oblivion. Pff, Oblivion's almost a 2-decade-old game. Who cares about that one, right? But you care about the mod that came out 4 years ago. You care about that one more. It's like... I'm hoping this is enough. Yeah. Uh-huh. You know, this is supposed to be a grass gym. Not a, whatever you can find in the wild gym. I'm guessing... I'm guessing this gym is more of like what you can find in the plains biome. But again, like, one of the things that I always, that I'll always be able to tell people, like, for the channel, though, is that, like, anytime I play a game, one of the things that the game has to have be present kind of thing is that it has to have some form of save backup system. Because I like to keep that stuff. I do. I have some Minecraft saves I've kept from the early days, and if I don't have it as a save, I have my schematic of that build. And the reason why I keep that stuff is mainly because, like, it's memories. It's something I want to look back on in the future. So obviously, I keep that stuff. I mean, look at Sancturia. Sancturia has my first ever base I've practically created in all of Minecraft. It doesn't have like my real first base, but the one that I technically did create before anything else, but that one was cheated and hacked, and that world never got backed up because that was way before I even thought of anything sort of even remotely close to this. So obviously I don't have that save. But that first world, technically, what all I pretty much did was that I inventory edited a bunch of brick blocks, made a house, and then that was it. And then I said, you know what? I might as well actually go and play the game. So that's exactly what I did. I played the game. And that base is the one that I ported over. Because that's the one that I am more happy about showing off. Like, out of every base that I've created in Minecraft, though, like, which ones am I more proud of are the ones that I built in survival. Like, obviously, they're going to be the ones that I am more so proud of. But, like, obviously, there is also some creative mode ones that I'm just as proud of. For my first ever base, that was all made in survival. Obviously, I'm going to be more proud of that one than I am going to be with Sancturia, because Sancturia is all creative mode. You're telling me that nobody can just change their game mode to creative and build the exact same thing? They probably could. And not to mention that majority of the things that are there were all already created technically, because I've already given out which ones that I've already used for it, right? And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I technically didn't create all of Sancturia. A lot of this stuff was already created by other creators that were on Planet Minecraft. All I did is that I took all of their creations, put them all together, and created Sancturia at the end of it. Does that invalidate anything? Not really. Not unless you think of it that way, but like I still had to have the creativity to be able to put them all together. That's how I look at it. Like, I still had to figure out like where to use different areas and all that stuff. So I did. I used the resources that I had, and I created what I had. What I have now. And would you look at that? I created Sanctuary out of it. And all of the videos and all the other such stuff that I've used in order to build up what Sanctuary is now, they're obviously going to be as close to the description as much as possible. Because I do believe where credit should go to where credit is due, kind of thing. But the thing that I don't like about some of the stuff that I've seen online is the fact that some people are more widely known than the original creator of the creation. So this actually happened with my Pixelmon series, where I was going to build a house that I saw online that I really liked. I really liked the house, and I really liked the design of it. I wanted to rebuild it. In the middle of the construction, I found out that there are 30 different other places that have the same house, same schematic, same build. And then I found out that the one that's more commonly known, or the most commonly screenshotted ones kind of thing, was a copy from somebody else. So until I can figure out who was the original creator, I don't want to give credit to anybody until I find out who the original person was. Sorry, nobody's getting the credit for this one, because in my opinion, I don't want to give credit to the wrong person, and then that person who finds out that I gave credit to the wrong to the other guy comes after me because, hey, you should have done your research. It's like, I did! I looked everywhere! I looked everywhere, like, and every time I keep looking, I keep finding either the same image that leads me to the same person over and over again. And the only other thing is that, like, on one of the comments to one of those posts directed me to somebody else who made a video that showed a different way. And it's like, I'm confused now. Who's the original one? And this comment is saying that this is the original person who made the house, who made the video. But it's like, okay, but now I'm confused. Who's the original person, who's not? It's like, okay, you know what? Instead of me trying to go ahead and trying to figure out who's lying and who's telling the truth, I'm just not going to build the house anymore. So that's why I did. I stopped building the house. And I stopped building the house because, not because of anything that they were doing. It's like, I can't figure out who's telling the truth and who's lying. And instead of me just like pointing the finger and going like, I'm going to believe that person, I'm just going to not do that. Sorry. I don't want to piss off anybody kind of thing by saying, hey, that person's the original creator. Then the original creator goes, no, you don't know what you're talking about. Sorry. I'll try Ice Beam. See how far that goes. Cool. And this is why I kind of like using Planet Minecraft as my source, because I actually get to show a link to where I got it from. So if they didn't give credit where it's supposed to go, hey, it's out of my hands because I took what they had. That's where I got my idea from. And I know, like, I'm still at fault though, but it's like, hey, I saw what that person had and I liked it. So I'm going to use what they have. And if you're the original creator of that, you go after them if they didn't give proper credit. Because, like, I already had what I wanted kind of thing, right? Like, I liked their way of doing your creation, so I used it. If they didn't say they copied it from you or they grabbed yours and changed it, I'm not saying that I'm not at fault, but I'm just saying, like, and more than half of the time, though, a lot of them are usually just like, just give me proper credit, or just give me proper credit if you use it in any way, shape, or form. It's like, okay, I'm technically I am giving them credit. I'm saying where their page is located at. That's what I did with Sancturia. And I'll just keep doing that with any other ones that I find kind of thing. I'll just keep doing it. See, for YouTube videos, it's a bit difficult. Especially since, like, a lot of them are the same. Like, people see a YouTube video and go, I can make it slightly better. They'll make the exact same thing, but they'll have a better sort of way of explaining it. And in my opinion, or like for people like me that don't technically go through a proper like check kind of thing after it, you don't know if they're the original creator or not. You just like, hey, this guy has a farm that's functioning very well and it fits what I need. Hey, I want that one, right? No, where is it? It's under... Wasn't there one in here? Didn't I throw some of it in here? No. Stop it. I don't know where it is. I'm hoping it might actually be outside. But if I remember correctly, this farm should be done, though. I'd put hoppers on the bottom, but... Oh. Was that not it? Oh, did I need blaze powder? Let's give this a whirl. Let's give this a whirl. There you go. Just don't know what it is, though. So what gets brewed out of this, though? Medicinal brew. Okay. Is it just that? Okay, so... I thought it said you can make potions with it. Hold on. I thought you need medicinal brew for the potions. Apparently not. Apparently you don't need it. Okay. Well, that was a big waste of time. I thought that you can make your own potions. Guess not. I guess you need like a different data pack or mod for that. That was really sad. Anyway. But even like this, though, like I can definitely tell you, though, like it came from like the... Like it definitely came, it came from the Cobble Towns mod as I showed, kind of thing. And the interior was all designed by me. Even like this was all designed by me. Like all of this design was all by me, all done by hand. Like I didn't take up any inspiration online, kind of thing. Or anything like that. Like even this was done by me because I thought this one might be a really cool detail, using dead bushes as a sort of like a tree-like stem kind of thing. Doing this like that, like I've never seen people do this before. And if they have, I personally have never seen it. And I'm not saying that just because like, oh yeah, this is a perfect legal defense. It's like I did see it. No, it's like I really haven't seen it before. I've seen people use what do you call it? Like just like bushes like this kind of thing before. But I kept mine at the same 2 kind of thing. I kept it as azalea. People use spruce, they use oak, they use like all the other such stuff kind of thing. I personally would use jungle because I personally like the leaf color, and also it looks like it has like some kind of fruits in it. If you go with the non-fancy version, which it just looks like it's just a full block. And yeah, I just prefer. And to think, if this was actually back when I was originally playing Minecraft, this would not look like this at all. The base wouldn't even look even close to this. Like, I wouldn't have cared about this pathway. This would be dirt. This would be dirt. This would probably be either this would be dirt and this would be something else, or this would all be grass. Like, there wouldn't even be podzol here to show like this is where all the dead, like, rot kind of thing is, or whatever you want to call this is. Like, there wouldn't even be podzol here. You know what would be here? Grass. This little log design here that I have here that looks kind of nice, that wouldn't be here either. I would just have house, a fully functioning farm here that would probably stem the whole way, and then that's it. And the house would be 1 block. Or the pillars would be 1 block, and the interior would all be one block. Like, birch floor would obviously be there. This would be here, but there would be no smooth quartz blocks here. There would be no mushroom stem blocks here. There would be no pillar block here being visible. There would be no different shading of here. No, that wouldn't be there. It would all just be 1 block. And even up here, same thing. There would just be 1 block. There wouldn't be this transition here or anything like that. Nope, 1 block. And that's just it. Like, I've definitely changed as a Minecraft player since when I first started. And I'll just keep saying this as well. Like, I am not, like, good at modern Minecraft building, even like in the old days kind of thing. Back during beta, I was never really there kind of thing for that. I just knew that, like, if you wanted somebody that was pretty decent at building interiors, who actually enjoyed building interiors, I was there. I was one of the probably very few people that probably liked building interiors, and I actually loved it. That's why every time I go on playing Minecraft, even nowadays, I still do that too. Where I look at those kinds of builds that I find that are very interesting, and a lot of the times where you see the interior and it's like not there, I consider those lazy, because it's like, seriously, you couldn't just build an interior? Like, how long does it take for you to build an interior? Like, it doesn't take me long. And I prefer somebody else to build the interior of the structure than me, because I don't know what the interior is supposed to look like. Like, I don't know what was your vision of building a place like this. I can just tell you, though, that, like, what I would do in that case. But again, that's just how I am. That's why anytime you look at any of my Minecraft creations, you always see an interior. Like, even though this I've considered way too open, where it's not completely filled. But you know what, though? The interior is functional. It's there. You can use it. It's not like one of those giant mega structures kind of thing you see that's like, oh yeah, I recreated the church of whatever, and then you look on the inside, you just see creepers and zombies and skeletons just walking around like they own the place. Oh yeah, I forgot to light up the inside. Yeah, think. Hey, you two. Go around the grounds. Fly, fletchling, fly! Aw, he wants to look out the ocean. From the dock. As long as you don't leave, I don't really care. And Larvista's just staying towards the house. It's adorable, I like that. Pidgey. Go Rickety as well. We'll go Zorua. Growlithe. Zoom in a little bit. Hi, Growlithe. I can even punch him. Okay. There you go, Growlithe. Hey, where did Fletchling go? He's not at the boardwalk anymore. Uh oh, did he go flying around? Where did he go? Oh, there he is. He's on a different side of the boardwalk. Hi, buddy. So far the birds like to hang around the sides. Alright, so that's going to be it for now. Next time, hopefully, we'll have a better game plan as to what will need to be done. So, yeah. So I'll see you guys next time for some more Cobblemon adventures.